Bueno, la verdad que una maravilla, un verdadero honor estar acá con las cámaras de C5N en exclusiva, esta charla a solas junto al gran Steve Wozniak, mejor conocido como Woz, el creador, fundador de Apple. What a great, true honor to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Wozniak, better known as Woz, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Argentina.
Well, it's great to be here.
How it's been so far?
The people are very, very friendly everywhere I go, so I hope that's true of the culture in the country.
That's for sure.
Yes.
Passionate, friendly, cool
Yes.
people.
Yeah. The weather here seems great too. You know, I think about places that I love in the world, and very much Australia pops in there, but Latin America, all of it, from Mexico on down.
But it's been your first time here?
So much development, especially in technology. These countries are coming up the ladder to where everybody has a kind of a modernish life coming from lesser times.
Right.
Yeah.
Woz, you have been, well, you brought up the idea and you have been the creator of so many things, including personal computer and obviously objects that change our lives forever. So how does it feel knowing that you were the brain of that significant change for all of us, for humanity?
I did not really ever have a goal that I want to change humanity. That sort of upper thinking came more from Steve Jobs. What I wanted to be was the greatest engineer, one of the greatest engineers, best engineers ever, to have very clever thinking that other people didn't. And I achieved that by the time I was 20 years old, actually. But also, I don't really care about how successful I've been in life as much as I rate success as being happy. And I had formulas for happiness when I was 20 years old that worked for me. If Apple had never happened, I had the formulas to be successful this day in terms of just happiness. And my formulas might not work for other people, but they were the right ones for me.
For sure. You recently said that Steve Jobs, your personal friend, obviously, and partner, had this particular natural charisma and charm, but he didn't know anything about engineering. You obviously were the brain out of it. Do you think that nowadays it's more important what you show than what you actually have and what you actually know?
Steve Jobs' description is difficult to pin down because he not only, you say he had charisma and ability to appease people.
I heard you saying that in an interview.
Yes, he had a charisma that drew us to him, but he also had a lot of the way he interacted with people. They sometimes didn't like it. They had a lot of bad experiences that went along with it. He really didn't care how anyone else felt. He was going to command things his way. And it turned out lucky for us.
And what did you see in him that make it so different from the rest? You know, that he was always a step forward from everything.
To tell you the truth, I knew him from long before Apple. He wanted to be that person. Basically, if he was in a company, he was going to interject himself and make sure that he was in charge and got the recognition for his ideas being more important than others. Turns out that he was the smartest person in the room too, so his ideas were the best.
Right. And how do you see Apple without him?
I see Apple actually, you won't be able to really put down some numbers and say Apple is failing in some way because of him. Are they not being innovative? Everybody wants to say that because they want to give him credit for the innovations that have come from Apple, but Apple is still, from what I can tell, a very innovative company, very successful, making extremely good products, enhancing them in ways that the users want to, and leading the world in some technology ways. Sometimes they get accused of being late to the game, but I see them ahead in a lot of important areas, like Apple Pay.
And you're one of the few Apple people that actually like Android, right? What is it about Android that you like?
It's not that I don't, it's not, I mean, my favorite has always been my iPhone, but I try Android phones from various manufacturers, and I like the fact that they have clever ideas and doing little things. Oh, interesting, they did this and we haven't done it. I like that in any features. When I grew up, I liked plugging stereos together and seeing what every little knob did. So I like to play and experiment.